not gonna mix the worlds together. But like, it's always cool like having somebody from that world, so I can talk about like sex work and everything, and then having everything else.
So you're a different type of people.
Yeah,
I've had sex work all you want. I don't know a whole bunch about it. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm not no expert or anything, but shit, feel free to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, what you know about sex work?
Baby, that is on the internet.
That's how it was for me when I started with you.
She started with me. She came. What was it?
Can I just kind of run through real quick? Because I'm not in sex work, but I have a lot of friends who they have OnlyFans, they do a couple of things like that. And from just watching them, I see the work.
It's work.
So I talk about
yes.
my girl. Her name is Shelby. Beautiful girl. I've known her since high school. Mm-hmm. And one day I FaceTimed her. She just a life update. We're like 24 and 25 now. She's married and shit. I'm like, okay, girl. I haven't seen her since I was like 19. And she's like, yes, I do OnlyFans. I'm like, okay, girl. She's like, I'm in the middle of doing some posts now. She had a robot. Maybe she had a little ring light set up. She said, when I'm done with this, I gotta take the photo shoots from last night. And then before that, schedule them to post.
Yeah.
I scheduled them. I need captions for these.
Scheduling.
And then I want them on OnlyFans and on Twitter.
Yes.
And on Facebook. I said, girl,
yes.
You got help? Like, who's doing this? She was like, not really. She was like, but I was like, girl,
that couldn't be crazy.
It's just as serious as if you were a musician. The same way you need people to have eyes on you as an artist, as a builder, as any business, like you need people to see you and to see that you're doing your thing, your content like that.
People don't get, because I've had like about 30 people sign up underneath me, and then when I tell them, like I have this whole like group that literally I spend hours telling them do this step by step. You know, and when I realized that, that's when I'm like, hold up, that was maybe about a year ago when I was going hard with trying to get people to sign up under my OnlyFans. Then I realized that didn't really work for me. So I just started focusing on myself and my own little fan base that I have in the cam world and shit. And they encourage me to do this. All the perverts, all the sissies, all the cooks, like, they are responsible for doobies to dollars because they were my biggest encouragement.
Yeah.
Because on my OnlyFans, okay, yeah, you'll see the little squirting and all that kind of stuff, whatever, right? But I do a lot of talking. And they're like, damn, like, I had guys that just pay me to talk now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say, come on, bro.
So it's just.
How did I get into that? What's up?
I'm telling you, that's really why you blew up. I know that Cameron.
Yeah, me and my wife was talking about starting.
Yeah.
I know you spent a year doing all the other stuff, and then in the last 2 Cameron, then went triple.
Yeah. Cameron, that should change my world. But before that, shit, I was a manager at Whataburger for 5 years.
Would you say you make more money doing that than you do being a manager at Whataburger?
Oh,
That's not your personal.
No, I'm very transparent. So with Whataburger, I was clocking in about 42 to 50,000 a year. I had 3 weeks paid vacation. Had my 401k. If I passed away, Whataburger was giving me 75,000 or like my family.
Yeah.
But I like all the fucking benefits. You don't got none of that shit when you're your own boss. But they fired me, and but it's like I was asking the universe to like, put it this way, 2 months before I got fired, I did heavy into the law of attraction, and I just asked everything that to be removed, and I needed a better quality of life for my child. Now I'm at home with her every day, and like camming allows me to do that.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
But now, what was I gonna say?
No, I totally understand.
But yeah, so it took a little build up, and then you have your weeks. Like, or I kind of like to look at it by weeks, and that's why I have to give her and say I try to look at it day by day, because I can make $800 one day, and then I could be on cam for 5 hours and make $15 the next day, and so it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, to me, being an entrepreneur, because I essentially feel like that's what a sex worker is. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yourself, and you get your product
In the purest form.
In the purest form, like you said. So, I mean, you're always going to have those weeks or days, I guess you could say, if you're going day by day, where it's like, damn, I did 3 hours worth of work. I'm sitting on the pool 15 right now. You do go and work your ass off for the next day and be 10 hours in and be like, this shit just ain't panning out the way I need it to be. Like, that's how I respect that. That's a grind and a hustle.
Not young,
Yeah, for
we
real.
have to.
We gotta press a button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get out there and talk and be sexy or do whatever. You know, like
You got to say half of that game is customer service.
And it is, and you can tell the girls or the guys or whoever's in this and what sets them apart. Because I like, for instance, I have this one friend.
You gave it a side look like.
Oh no, I thought it was cigarette.
I have this one friend, and she's been in the game longer than me. And dang, I lost my train of thought. Where's my brain today?
you've been in the game long.
Yeah, so I forgot what we was talking about. I don't know if I got nervous or just lost my train of thought.
Well, if I may ask, do you feel like when you switched to camming that it was something that you kind of had to, like a self-discovery type thing, or were you already very confident, very open, very...
Okay, so a couple months also before I got fired, I was telling my boyfriend I wanted to do porn. And that's him out there actually. He don't want to be involved in this, but he didn't care like who I want to work with or just any of that.
Shit. I can't believe you didn't want to be involved in that shit. None of my business once again, but you know, shit. My lady comes in and says, I want to do more, and I'm like,
Yeah, a lot of confidence and that type of, it's a lot of pressure, and that kind of eyes, those kind of eyes on you for that type of reason, that everybody can handle.
that's true.
But knowing that is what, like you said, sets the people. I feel like that's where you can tell the people that are made for it and aren't. Like,
You gonna come to find out he like the yin to my yang. So everything I say, he gonna have the worst side. He's gonna be like, yeah, you're right. I should have thought about that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That you got people that they'll charge a lot of money. Like I was saying, this one girl, she'll charge like $150 for like 10 minutes. But
Is 10 minutes of cam time?
yes, 10 minutes, but like she cut you off right at when it's done. And I just personally feel like you gotta put things into perspective.
Yeah.
For about 10 minutes of my time, I feel like it's $50 to $70.
Okay.
But if it goes over like a couple minutes, I'm not gonna cut you off. And then a lot of the times I just end up
This is like one-on-one, like
Skype shows.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
all right,
okay, personally,
all right.
too.
See, I'm trying to catch up.
I'm sorry.
Cool. No,
So-
you're good. You're good.
You know, there's like but she warned them, like, so we had 2 minutes, I gotta probably awkward to do in the middle of, you know.
You got 2 minutes left.
Is there some kind of like, hey, like clock or like a countdown?
Like you think she's giving them a little time to let them know their
Yeah,
time's up?
I would do that. I would
Okay.
like, so with these last 5 minutes, like, what do you want to do? I don't know. I would be like, consider it.
Customer service.
If they're in the middle of jacking off, right, and I'm over there using my toys, and
By the way, you got 2 minutes.
That's what I mean. Like,
okay, so it's kind of rude, but the guys, I kind of established this from the beginning. I tell her, hey, I'm not one of those girls that's gonna cut you off right a few times. So if you're right, that nut's about to be right there. You're about to come, I'm gonna let you finish, and then ask you how was the show and get your feedback and everything.
You are a gentleman and a scholar.
But at the same time, you said
is
what?
there a fee for that extra time, sis?
Yeah, so then I'll tell them, hey, if you know you're gonna want more time or it's gonna be longer, then say something. I said, because I really don't wanna address it in the middle of the show, because if you're in the middle about to come, it's gonna mess up your nut, right? And then it's just like, but you're trying to play me for my time. So I try to get that established in the beginning. So what happens is,
Disclaimer type of thing.
yeah, so a lot of guys, they'll just be like, hey, I know we got 5 minutes left. I took you $20 more, $30 more.
Keep on
Give me,
going.
just keep going. If it keeps going, and you want some more, keep going. And then I'll get a lot of pay pigs. Like this guy, the other day, he just kept sending me, was it 50 or 100? No, he sent me 55 times.
Now, question: in those instances, do you have a limit? Because I just look. I have about 3 4 hours. My back, my legs, like my hurts. What are we doing?
Okay, so no, I have, like, the guy that I do have a guy that wants to spend 3 hours with me. He pays about $356. But he just wants to talk. So I'll lower the price for him or try to give him a better deal than somebody who wanted to just sit there. Because I got carpal tunnel. I can't do this with my little dildo for like 15 minutes. I ain't
That's what
gonna
I'm saying.
lie.
Like, you have to be realistic about these things. Porn, they stop, they start. So it's the 2-hour video that you watch it, bitch.
Yeah.
My good sis had a break and a snack in between.
Okay, so like most of the cash cows are just really gross. Like that guy, he kept getting. I don't want to say this on camera. He kept partying. Okay, getting a little lit. He wanted me to just tell him to sit there. Like I said, I'm about to go eat, and I just left him, and he sat on the screen like that while I went, and he waited. Then he wanted to like talk about he stuck a bunch of shit up his ass. He wiped his ass, shit came out, he put it in his mouth.
Yeah, she gets some weirdos.
Yeah,
She gets the weirdos.
That's intense.
I was gonna say, but that's what got you
Yo,
popping, though.
that takes a stomach.
That's really
Can I just say,
you started making videos like that.
I already really had a level of respect for you. Not just because of what you do, but from what you're telling me, you do it well. And you're a very considerate and sweet and honest person. I love all of that. And I think that's why you're gonna be successful if you haven't already found the stuff that you want.
I'm
But
still
moving
good.
on, girl. Oh, that kind of patience, that level of like. So my facial expressions are everything. Like I cannot help but.
Yeah.
This is
When's your birthday?
January 24th.
Okay.
I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Like 2 days after the Capricorn.
Okay.
You gotta tell me all the time, fix your face. Fix your face.
And I know because I do that thing because I'm the same way. If you
Okay.
say something to me, it takes all of my strength for me to be like, okay.
Yeah,
Virgo on which one?
Leo, of course.
Dang, I got a lot of
I got
Leos in my
Leo,
life.
Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon.
August 29th. I got the same birthday as Michael Jackson.
Dang.
Imagine the screenshot she sends me though.
I would be like,
She'll be sitting there watching. She'll be doing like the behind the scenes promoting, and I'm just over there in the middle of the show. Like it's cool. Look, see.
girl, I committed you to this. Let me tell you something.
But coming into this, I had complete virgin eyes to this world. Complete virgin eyes.
Okay.
Coming in.
Girl, you're gonna have such a great
Like this was
life
just me
perspective.
looking in the screen.
When I say she broke a whole nother virginity I didn't know you could be broken.
Imagine knowing nothing and then you just, okay, everything. Wow.
And then there's a lot of guys with like really micro penises. Like I didn't know that shit existed.
Me either until she sent the picture.
I didn't know how common that shit was.
It's
Not confirmed. Okay, well,
it's a common.
I mean, why do you think they're gonna get on camera? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, now, I guess I'm sure you probably see all sorts of size, type, whatever. Pretty, ugly, whatever the fuck it may be. But I can cuss, right? So, I mean, obviously, I guess we're talking about people shit now. But, you know, to me, I imagine that's probably like from the state they got at home. The comfort, they feel like, okay, I'm behind the camera, obviously. They're not very smart enough to screenshot the shit out of anything now.
Yeah.
But they probably, those type of people probably feel like it's not like I'm going and gonna disappoint a woman, like, you know, interaction one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it disappoints you on camera, you just turn the camera off.
Yeah, but they like it to be made fun of. Like the small dick guys, they want, like I sit there and be like, oh, your dick's so pathetic, you'll never be inside of me, you'll never have a real woman, you're not a real man, I'm gonna go fuck a real man, I would never fuck you. Like just shit like that. And it's they.
You're a therapist too.
Oh,
wow.
Yes, it's
Like, how do you feel? Like,
I feel like my virginity is getting taken away right now.
the level, because I feel like to do your job, you have to understand that literally everybody needs love in their own way.
they do.
That kind of girl, you
Yeah.
on the top tier for me because I couldn't.
And it's sad because I also do like phone sex as well. So it broke my heart the other day. But for whatever reason, I must have a calling for this. People that want to commit suicide always call me, and I don't know what it is.
Okay, all right.
Because I'm very blunt, but I'm not gonna baby you. But it's like it must work or something. But this guy on the phone, he was just telling me like he just doesn't have a reason to live. So just working through that with him, and he saying going to therapy doesn't work. He feels stupid for having to pay a phone sex girl to talk. And then I took it off anything sexual and just started like talking to try to figure out what the problem was. But it's a lot mentally on the brain.
Yeah.
Because I do like I feel bad. Like I've cried. You wouldn't understand how many like guys people talk about daddy issues.
Yes.
But it's a lot of perverted ass women out here that have traumatized their sons.
Girl.
And
girl.
oh my god.
Let's speak on it. Okay. Girl. And may I ask real quick? I hope this isn't get too personal. You don't have to answer this long. But do you have somebody that you feel like you can like release that on? Because when you take that shit in, girl, you need to be able to like dump that shit.
I asked the universe to take it from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake the Snake the Wrestler, when he goes into his life story, he tells how his stepmother used to do that type of stuff. And he would feel shame about it because his homies at school would be like, damn, bro, your stepmom's hot.
Yeah.
And he would have to go back home to basically being abused by her in that way. And he's like, it's fucking me up mentally.
Yeah, like all these guys want it, and here I am not getting it the way that I don't want that. It's not damn food. It's a lot.
It's hard, and you know, I don't want anybody to have to go through like issues of being like touched on. But a lot of people think it's just men touching on little girls or little boys, but it is just as much women. It's just a little more quietly kept.
Men don't know how to. Men don't. The whole stigma around sex for men, it's kind of like anything sexual is supposed to be good. I personally feel like. For most men, it's like how like he would just say, all his friends was like, oh, she's so hot, like, hey man, Mills, like your fucking mom, bro, I would do da 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 da. So you, as a guy, you're like, I should like this, like, I don't think it's told to guys nothing. You cannot want to be a virgin until you're married. That's okay. That's not expressed enough, so men just they keep that inside because they feel like those are probably, I don't know, feminine feeling. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is.
Yeah, it cuts down on their masculinity.
Yeah.
In a lot of men's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
how I imagine, like, yeah, like you said, I put in the shit out of you.
Then
All of that.
Yeah.
That right there is a whole other level.
Yeah.
Woo, I feel good.
It's hard, but it's like that.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna stop this.